I have been using Thinkorswim by TD Ameritrade as my main trading platform for the past 7 years, and I'm such a creature of habit. However, if you are a high volume options trader and scalper like I am, those fees really can add up, especially if you're trying to build a small account. So after several requests from Discord members to show an alternative, I decided to take some time to go through the desktop features and the platform because I really only ever used the phone app, which I do like. It is user friendly, it's fairly easy to use, but after taking some time to go through this desktop app, I'm not gonna lie, I really am a fan and I'm excited to dive in. I do want to warn you that I am no expert on this desktop app. However, as a pretty newbie to this platform, I thought I might as well do a tutorial and bring you guys through an overview with me because I know a lot of times people who've been using the same platform for a really long time might miss some of the beginner stuff that's really, really key for somebody just starting out. So we're going to do an overview today. If you guys want more in depth or a part 2, once I've thrown $1,000 in to do my small account challenge, I'm just going to play around a little bit and see what I can do with options in this platform and if I like it enough to put more size in here. So if you guys are interested in part 2, let me know. But if not, let's just dive right in. And we're going to start with the markets tab. So this can actually be very, very helpful if you are somebody who works full time and are not able to keep up with the overall market conditions on a day-to-day basis. So you can come into the markets tab and just get an overview, a screenshot of what's going on. You can also look at different sector rotation to see what sectors are green, which ones are standing out, what percentage gains there were that day. You can see the S&P 500, some news over here, top gainers. There's just a ton that can be displayed in here, but I don't think I'm going to really mess with this right now because I'm active every single day. And so I don't really need something to tell me what's going on. Trust me, I know all the things, but having just a summary overview like this at the same place where you trade is super convenient so you don't have to go to other websites. So now let's go back up to the very top and do Watchlist. I've been messing around already, but I do want to show you guys how convenient this can be if you're like me and you only have one screen. I downsized to my laptop because I'm on the go a lot traveling and I don't have the space for a ton of different screens. And so if you, for example, like to trade options, but you also like to trade penny stocks, that's something I do, you could have separate watch list for each. So how you do that is you go to this little, I'm going to call it a hamburger. Throughout this entire tutorial, these little lines, if I say hamburger, that's what I'm referring to. You can click this, add a widget, and then you can add a watch list if you want to add another one. I've already done it here, but how I got them side by side is you click, you drag, and then it'll give you a little arrow. And so when you do the little arrow, it'll pop it right here. So you can even do 3 and have them all next to one another. And then the different watch lists you can create are right here. So for example, I have my penny stocks. These are just some that already came with the platform, my positions, my watch list. And you can edit those by clicking the hamburger again, edit watch list. And so for example, let's add one and let's do low float and hit OK. Then you can go and edit the name here, or you can edit and add stocks by clicking here. So let's just type in Blue Apron. I know is one I looked at recently. You hit done. And so when you go and let's say that you don't want these other ones up, you can click back up here, edit watch list and go over to the little eyeball. So let's do away with my positions for right now. Let's do away with all stocks and then you can hit done. And now you can see that those disappeared and you have a much simpler, cleaner layout. But this is just a way that you can build your watch list and have them next to one another. Next, we're gonna go to the stocks tab. So there's a ton of customization capabilities in this platform. But if you don't really want to mess around with that yet, and you just want to come up here and trade right away, which I don't recommend doing, you really need to be confident with the platform you're trading in. However, if you just go to stocks, this will already have everything set up for you. You've got the chart right here. You've got your active trader here, and then you can search different symbols. So for example, if you want to look up SPY, and they're all already connected for you, which is really convenient. When at the end of this video, I go show you guys how I created my own layout and how you can customize your own, I'll show you how to connect everything. But this is just a quick and easy way to come in and already have everything up and ready. But you can see chart options over here. This will give you the option chain. You've got note, financials, all of that good stuff. We've already been over markets. Remember, that's just a snapshot of everything that's going on. So next is screener. If you are trying to build a watch list and you want to screen through different stocks based on your criteria that you're looking for, you can do that here. So filters, there are so many different ways that you can screen for stocks, and that really is dependent on your strategies. But for example, let's say that you want to limit stocks only to $2. You want to trade stocks that are cheaper than $2. You can do that by last price. You can look at ones with high volume here, ones that are green on the day with percent change. There's so many different ones you can do. This would have to be a separate tutorial, but anything screener wise will be in this tab. And then once you create a scan, then you can move those over to your watch list to have everything clean and simplified there. We're going to save customize for last because that's where I'm going to show you my layout that I'm going to use to practice trading options with that small account challenge. And then account is just going to hold everything in regards to, let me add this really quick. Your account is just going to show everything in regards to your previous positions, your profit and loss, how much money you have available. I have absolutely nothing in this account because I don't use it, $4.08. But I'm going to throw 1,000 in there probably at the beginning of January. I have too much to do right now to end this year. But other than that, you should be able to see a really good snapshot of your overall account performance here. I did think this was funny because back in the day, I did use this account to trade options and there were some insane winners that I had. I completely forgot about these. I remember trading Luck and Coffee, 8,000% though. I did not remember that. That's absolutely insanity. This is when I was first starting to trade options, and it was also at the same time penny stocks were just going absolutely nuts. So that was really cool. But other than that, everything in regards to your account can be found here. And then paper trading. So this is really key and important. I don't care if you're not new to trading, but if you're new to this platform, take your time using the paper trading capabilities, because even myself, I'm going to do this. I'm definitely not new to trading, but when I'm new to a platform, I want to make sure that I am very, very confident in my ability to execute on it. And that's really a good thing when it comes to paper trading. It allows you to just play around with fake money and see if you've got the order flow that you want, if you've got the OCO brackets that you want, the proper entry and exits and risk management. All of that stuff is really, really cool if you could just play around and practice with fake money before you go and make a mistake with real money. So I highly recommend coming in here, playing around, finding a good flow that fits you, especially with the options. And then at the end, you can see options traders down here. They have a setup that's more catered to options trading versus the stocks tab up here. And so if I go click on Apple and I change this to SPY, you can see they all are linked for you, which is super convenient. So you've got the options chain, you've got the SPY chart, and then if you want to change anything, as usual, you can click on the little hamburger, you can add a widget, you can move things around. Okay, before we go into the customization tab, I do want to show you guys the settings real quick. So at the very bottom, so if you're looking to change the overall appearance, for me, I definitely do not like the very white and bright. I like things super dark where I'm getting crazy migraines. So to change that, you just click on a theme and it'll switch it around for you. So for example, you can do blue, white. We are not even going to touch that. I'm going to keep it on black. And there's some other appearance changes that you can do down here as well. I do really want to point out the hotkeys though, because that can be very, very important moving forward. Once you get everything down pat and you're comfortable with the platform, I would be interested to see how hotkeys can work for you. So I know a lot of people who use them for quicker entry and exits. And so once I get everything figured out and I mess around with this a little bit, I definitely want to try to use hotkeys to see if I can make even quicker entry exits with my keyboard, and then just switch between layouts. There's different things you can do here. So this is something you can come in and mess with as well. Next, on the trade tab here, this is really convenient because quantity usually comes in 10. And so if you're just starting out, you definitely don't want to start with quantity 10 on contracts. And so you can change the automated quantity button to whatever you want. If you want to do 1, 2, 3, whatever you're comfortable with, just so you don't accidentally make a mistake. You can change your order type. You can do all of this. So it just makes it your default settings. What your automatic stop loss order would be, your automatic take profit, all of this can be set here. Last but not least, we're going to go to the customize tab. So I've already been playing around with this, but just for your sake, you can go up here to new layout and then you can start fresh with a blank one. You can do some of the templates they already have set, but we're just going to go back out to my blank layout and I'm going to show you what I added. So go up here to add widgets. I added a chart by clicking here. That's the chart right here. I switched over to the trade tab and I added the price ladder, which is right here. This is the price ladder, and this is what I'm going to use to quickly enter and exit trades, as well as set my OCO brackets. I also have this right here, which is going to be back under quote, which is options right here. And then back to the trade tab, I've got active trader up right behind this. And then I also added my orders. So you can see that right here. And then I added watch list as well, which I believe is under general. Yep, watch list. So one more time, I have a chart, I have my options flow, I have the price ladder, I have active trader, my watch list, and my orders. This isn't going to look normal just because I had to minimize this for sake of screen recording, but I can go ahead and minimize this real quick. So remember, to minimize anything, you just click on it and you can move it over. This will be really, really helpful, like I said, once you create your watch list, just to have everything right here down in the corner so you're not having to constantly flip through charts. Another cool thing is you can make different layouts. So if you're trading, for example, for me, if I'm trading penny stocks and day trading those, or swing trading, I could have a layout focused on that. If I'm looking to scalp options, I could have a layout focused on that, and then just flip through them all very quickly without having to change any of my chart settings. And then orders down here, let's see, we can minimize watch list, and you can move whatever around, you can add whatever you want, but this is just generally what I'm going to start trading options with, and this is how it's going to look. Now, I do want to highlight a few things. When you're starting to make your own layout, you're going to want everything to be linked. So this little slash right here, you see set as a group, you're going to want everything to be linked. So if I put that on one, this needs to be on one, and so does this. So when I change something, everything reflects the same thing, especially if you're going to be trading from this. So to show you guys a quick example of how I got here, all you're going to want to do is whatever option contract you want to trade. So for IWM example, I was doing 183. I right click, I view, and then I hit chart. It'll pop up a chart, and that's this one right here. So once I have the chart up, I want to make sure that it's connected to my ladder and everything is connected via right here. So set as group, 1, 1, and 1. So the way that you can double check this, and you really need to do that before placing an order, is this needs to match this. So if you're trading 183 calls, you need to have 183 up here on your option ladder, as well as down here, you just need to double check that everything is IWM and not something else. So just double check when you're getting used to the platform that you're trading the right things. Now, once you have everything set up, I can make this as easy as setting my quantity up here. So when I'm ready to trade, let's say I want to take 2 contracts. I want a stop loss at, let's just say 10%. And then I want a take profit at, let's say 30%. I could have all of that set, and as soon as I hit buy at the price that I want to execute on, the order will pop up on the chart and you can move it around from there. So there's a ton of customization available. I'm not going to go too deep into all of this today. I just wanted to give you guys a feel for the platform because I'm learning myself. Like I said, I've used the app. However, there's a lot more capabilities and features when it comes to the desktop. And the best way for me to learn is just to dive right in. I'm going to throw $1,000 in. I'm going to start practicing. I highly recommend paper trading before you throw in real money. Do not be stubborn like me. And just see and get a feel for things, get your confidence around the overall platform and your ability to execute, and then see how you like it. I'd love to know in the comments down below if you guys have questions, or if you guys are interested in a part 2 to this, just let me know once I get a chance to do the small account challenge, play around for a few weeks. I am more than happy to give you guys an update. Also, if you're interested in an awesome Discord community that's founded on education, make sure to check the description box down below for the master link. I also have a day trading seminar which goes over the correct account type you need to day trade with a small account, and a few other freebies, so check those out, and I will see you guys next week.